Well, that weather is cooling down, and just like us, we're looking for a warm spot, and there happens to be a group of reptiles like you're looking at there, snakes, are looking to get warm as well. And I'm joined this month by an individual who knows a thing or two about snakes, Jason Clark. Good to be with you there,
yes,
man.
Sir, yes, sir.
Look,
Nice
I'll shake your hand with your friend right here, and I did that on purpose. Jason Clark is the guy that started and founded Southeastern Reptile Rescue, and we're joined this month by him. And this, what do you got right here, Jason?
This is an eastern rat snake, one of the most common snakes we get out of the inside of people's houses.
Really? So this month, one of the things I wanted to do was focus on how a little friend like this gets inside of a house and what kinds of things we can do to prevent them from getting in. So we're standing in front of a house. We want to evaluate this house and find out the likelihood that this guy would get inside and what can we do to prevent them from getting in. So let's check that out next. All right, so we walk up to this house, we're evaluating the bushes, and Jason, you noticed something right away about this. What's going on?
Well, the thing is, these bushes would not ordinarily be a problem, but you got a walkway right here.
Yep.
And so snakes, especially copperheads, which are the ones that people worry about, are cryptic. They like to be hidden. Yeah. And this is a perfect hiding place in here for copperheads.
Sure.
So the problem with the walkway being here is when the temperature drops, the concrete is still warm for a little while. So a copperhead will come out of the hiding place and may lay right here to warm up.
Yeah.
And then as you come down the steps, you don't see him, you step on a copperhead. Right. But they do that so they can dart back to cover. So if you have bushes like this near a walkway, making sure they're trimmed up off the ground to eliminate the hiding place or simply remove it back away from this area because you have a walkway here.
And how are they getting here in the first place,
well,
Jason?
These snakes are not going to just come down in the middle of the street. They're going to go from hiding place to hiding place. Right. And the closer these hiding places are together, the more likely they are to come through here. So the further you move these hiding spots away from each other, the more exposure they have to go across to get to the next spot.
Yeah.
Okay?
They're more vulnerable. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Interesting. We call them habitat corridors in the wildlife biz. I want to kind of move around the house some more, so let's keep evaluating.
Okay.
Okay, so we've walked out back of this guy's house. I hope he doesn't come out and think we're going to rob him or something, but apparently out back of this person's house, there's this nice old stump here. Jason, issues you see with this for snake habitat?
This is something that we commonly see in people's backyards. You know, the stump itself is not really an issue. The issue are these stump holes that have been rotted out, and these holes go deep. So this is a perfect place for a snake to get down in there below the frost line, and that's how they survive winter.
Okay.
So that's a perfect place for snakes, venomous and non-venomous snakes to go.
Well, and their food could go in there too. Chipmunks, mice,
absolutely.
And so
as their food goes in here and comes out, they're leaving scent trails. And so those scent trails help bring the snakes into your yard.
Yeah, they're not stupid. I mean,
you know, simply packing these holes with dirt and eliminating the hole, you can still leave the stump here. But eliminate the holes in the hiding places, that'll do wonders.
That's incredible. Now I'm looking out back here, and of course with fall coming, there's leaves around, and there's also an open area out back at this person's house. What do you think about this?
Yeah, and so when you're looking at your property, don't just look at your property, look beyond your fence borders, because behind this fence is prime habitat for snakes. There's woods, it's really grown up. So snakes live right there. Yeah. And the problem is so many people want to rake their leaves up and pile them up, and you're creating a snake habitat. So burn your leaves or haul them off, but don't just pile up limbs and debris, because that is creating habitat for snakes. If you like snakes, that's a good thing.
And we do at our house.
If you don't want snakes in your yard, may be a bad thing.
Yeah, and look at all the things we've learned from this so far. What can you do to attract snakes, do stuff like this? What can you do to get rid of them, take this stuff out? Folks have got a lot of work to do at home. Let's venture to the other side of the house now. All right, so let's walk on around the side of this house, and we'll make this kind of quick before the homeowner gets home and wonders what we're doing. Jason, I'm looking right here. Take a look, everybody. Bushes down near the ground. Jason was already sharing with us. These need to come up to prevent those snakes from traveling along that corridor. So we're seeing that. What else are you seeing, Jason?
The dryer vent right here. And because the dryer vent is easily accessed, because the bushes, not only can rat snakes climb in this, copperheads can climb in this. And when that vent opens up and the warm air is blowing out, it's an invitation for critters to go right in that vent. And so when you get mice going in, they chew that foil hose behind your dryer and opens up a little highway to your laundry room. So making sure you have a secure vent and a cover over your dryer exhaust is very important.
Huge. All right, so let's keep walking around. We got a dry vent problem. We'll raise this up. Snake could be traveling along this guy. And now I'm looking over here. Jason, what do you think? There's not pine straw. There's not mulch. It's rock. Is this good?
This is one thing the homeowner's done good here.
Okay.
Most people put pine straw out because it's cheap.
Yeah.
But that is very easy to burrow underneath, especially in the summertime when it's hot.
Oh, yeah.
Raise the pine straw up. It's nice and cool and moist.
Yeah.
Snakes love it. And so don't use pine straw, okay? Pine straw doesn't attract snakes, but when they come to it, they usually hide under it. So instead use bark or mulch, or the best is rock. Now bark, mulch, and rock don't repel snakes, but they can't burrow under it as easily as they can as a pine straw, so you're eliminating a hiding spot.
Yes, and this is going right around to this guy's garage. We want to raise that bush up.
Raising the bush up, because this is like a little snake highway coming through here.
Yeah.
When you trim the bushes up, you're eliminating that.
Excellent. I want to talk about IDing some of these snakes next, so let's go there. Oh, now aren't these guys just beautiful? You're looking at a couple of these snakes, and Jason's going to identify them here in just a second. We've been talking a lot about how to prepare your home to keep things that these guys want to eat away, and that includes making modifications to their habitat. Jason, what are we looking at here that you might get a call about?
These are the most common venomous snakes we get calls about in Georgia. Most calls we get are not venomous snakes, but this is kind of the most common venomous one. So these are timber rattlesnakes and a copperhead. The copperhead is, of course, the most common. This timber rattlesnake here is the most common rattlesnake in Georgia that we get calls about. But the most common venomous snake overall is the copperhead.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And you notice those Hershey Kiss shapes along the side, kind of similar to a corn snake that someone might find. But if you're not sure and you need a professional to identify it, check out the website that we're going to put on the screen. Jason's phone number is on there. You can call or text. Jason, you were even saying people will text you a picture of a snake. You will identify it for them?
Absolutely, anytime.
Incredible. Not only that, Jason is also an educator and goes out to festivals and fairs and schools and shares the good word about wonderful things that snakes like this copperhead are doing. Jason, can I shake your hand and thank you for today without a snake in it? Thank you so much for joining us. Y'all know what to do. We can check out more pictures of these guys when you're online and checking out the Facebook page. And for the Farm Monitor, I'm Ranger Nick, as always, reminding all our friends at home that enthusiasm is contagious. Look at this. So pass it on. Y'all, thanks so much for watching. And we'll be looking forward to seeing y'all when we get back together again next month. See ya.